Hello, Jim and Brian are back with a year-end review of all the things that's happened at Volo Museum. I feel like this year has flown by.
It has flown by. I mean, even the stuff that we did in the beginning of the year, even at the beginning of summer, seems like it happened 5 years ago because it is just flying by.
We sat down, we drew up a list of everything. It's crazy how much has changed just in this 1 year.
And I know we've missed things that we did not put on that list.
We're gonna walk through, hopefully we'll catch them. It starts with the main entrance. Yeah. Before it was this tiny little building that looked like you were sneaking into something. We wanted a grand entrance. We wanted to show everything that you would see and experience at Volo Museum as soon as you get here.
The whole entrance here we're completely redoing. When you pull into our parking lot, people would ask, well, where's the main entrance? Well, now, you know
where the main entrance is.
But not only is it the main entrance, we've created almost like a small village here. So we've got our grand entrance to Grand Central Station where you'll get your tickets and redeem them.
Right.
But we also got some other stuff going on. Come check us out. And here right next to the main entrance is our Volo station. This is new for 2024, but it'll be coming in 2025. This will be where people are able to enter to take our different rides that we'll be offering in 2025. The Ice Age,
our Halloween tour that we started this year.
That was new this year.
Yes, we had inflatables and a whole Halloween experience with hired actors as hosts. And on top of it this year, which I'm most excited about, we're throwing in monster trucks. Not only a regular monster truck with a big bench, but a fire truck monster truck. You're gonna be able to drive over smashed cars. That's gonna be insane. And this is the hub, this beautiful hub, which used to be a building version of the Charlie Brown Christmas tree, now actually looks beautiful. It lives up to our standards.
All right, we got a couple other things to show you here at the front entrance.
Come on, follow us. We paved this whole area to make this more accessible to not only our party barn, where you can host all kinds of events, but also explain what this is, Brian.
Well, here is our new ticket booth. This is an auxiliary ticket booth for extremely busy days like Father's Day and such, so we can get the people in a lot faster. We'll have 3 more ticket lines on those extra busy days. And not only that, but now we have a before 10 o'clock, before we open, restrooms that are seasonal. You'll be during the summer and that, but you'll be able to potty before we open our doors.
You'll be able to potty before you party. But beautifying this museum, the exterior is only scratching the surface, literally and figuratively, but we have so much more inside that we've added. Let's get out of the rain. We got to show you guys what else we have, right?
Absolutely. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
You forgot.
Ta 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 ta.
All of our pathways now have automatic door openers. So for those in wheelchairs, mobility scooters, strollers, now you have the ease of being able to press a button and have the door held open. The doors are only one thing. We still have other things to help make things more accessible as well. But we'll show you those later.
This place is becoming more and more of an all-day experience, so we're trying to add things to sweeten the deal when you get here.
That's very good. Sweeten the deal with a robotic cotton candy machine. So it's not only cotton candy, but it's also a show. And check it out. 1 flower cotton candy that's big enough to share. We're always on the lookout to find the best treats that are locally sourced, home-baked goodies. And this year we've really nailed it. Check out these cookies, these s'more cups, peanut butter bars, candies and stuff that we've been able to get locally. Not only did we get new candies and expand on that, but we also
got Blues Brothers coffee.
Rawhide. In addition to all the treats that we've added, our gift shop is always growing because we are always handpicking the most unique gifts from all over the place. This isn't stuff that you just find on Amazon or Walmart. We're actually internationally traveling to find unique stuff, and like what's in your hand.
All of these things are themed with the different exhibits that we have, which really opens up the doors to all kinds of stuff. This year, which is also exciting, Svengoolie has been a tradition. He's been coming here for many years to do meet and greets. We are the only licensed retailer of Svengoolie merchandise outside of his website, where you can actually come here, see bobbleheads, t-shirts. We have a rotation of different merchandise that they have, as well as our new
Rockafire lineup. Rockafire was added this year, and we got a merchandising agreement as well. So we will be producing and selling official Rockafire merchandise, and this will be the only place that you can get it. this is just a few examples of the development, what's happening right now. But we're going from pencil to colored drawings that we can use to put on coffee mugs, puzzles, keychains, all kinds of different things, as well as new plush animals. And this is a example here. They started out with drawings. These are photos of the prototype, which is still under development. But for 2025, we'll have our own line of official Rock-afire merchandise.
It took 8 years for Brian to get the license just to have the Rock-afire. And keep in mind too, there's only a couple publicly operating Rock-afire shows in the world, really.
Right.
So not only is it special to come here and actually see all of this fully functional and have the full show, but to have this merchandise. And what else is Aaron doing this year?
In 2025, we'll be releasing the first new show in about 30 years. Aaron and the gang are all producing this new show that is specific to Volo. So it's about a 12-minute show that he's producing right now, and that will be unveiled in 2025. First show in about 30 years, and this will be the only place that you can see it.
What makes our Titanic exhibit so special and unique is that not only do we have experiences and do we honor the people that lost their lives, but we're an auto museum. We have over $6 million of some of the finest and rarest cars in the world, but, asterisk, they belong to people on the ship. Our newest acquisition this year from Greg Graham's was Benjamin Guggenheim's car. Benjamin Guggenheim was one of the richest and most prominent people on the Titanic, but not only does it make it special, he perished in the Titanic, but he went down as a gentleman. Him and his butler, dressed up in their finest suit, offered up their seats for women and children. And so not only does he have a legacy and have a story, but he left behind this incredible car that we now have, the only one in the world.
That's right.
Here at Volo Museum.
And besides the new car acquisition, in 2025, we're also expanding the Titanic Museum.
Yes.
With, you may have heard of a part of the ship that was raised up from the bottom of the ocean called the Big Piece, which is now on display in Las Vegas. For those who can't get out to Las Vegas to see it, we decided to make a full-scale exact replica made out of steel so that people can come here and get that same experience to see what the ship was like. It's got the porthole windows, all the rivets and that on it. It's painted where you can see the outlines of the estate rooms, the washrooms, because there was a primered wall, and then where the washrooms were painted white.
It's literally an inside look at the Titanic.
Exactly. So as you may know, Jim here is our marketing director, and one of the things that we needed to communicate better, to bring better events and better guest experience, was a better refined office. So come on into our marketing layer.
This is where the ideas happen. So this year, we had a lot of great events last year. We brought in Evel Knievel stuff. We had a Ghostbusters Day, big spring break. We had just a lot of great plans and great events that went over very well. Right. But what we want to do this year is offer those same events, but more features, and give you more time to plan for them when you're coming out. And on top of it, not only can you come in here, let's say you're across the country, we have some stuff that's coming up on TV. Brian, what's that picture behind you that you just put up with Josh Gates?
Well, we participated in a episode of Expedition Files, and that will be aired in 2025. We also have a full-featured documentary on the Graham's family and
how this all
Volo
started.
Museum.
You have a pretty amazing story, and just in the last 3 years that I've been here, when this started, you grew up on this property. Yeah. It started with a dirt floor, and it's turned into this insane entity now, and this documentary goes behind the scenes and really shows how this all started, and what behind the scenes, I guess. You get to see a lot more behind the scenes.
And the purpose and our drive.
Yeah, it's excellent. You guys are going to love it.
And besides that, we also have the reintroduction of
Volo House of Cars, Season 2.
Season 2.
That's
coming.
Exciting.
2025. 2017 was the first year.
On the History Channel,
right.
There was like 7 or 8 episodes about how most people ask, how do you get these cars? How do you get these movie cars? How do you get these beautiful showroom cars?
That's right.
And this whole show is about how we get these things and the crazy hiccups that come along from planes and trains and automobiles.
That's right. And we had a couple logistical issues that prevented Season 2. But those issues have been worked out, come together, and
it was really backed by popular demand, I think, because of the shows on YouTube and everything.
Right, because of how it's performing on YouTube, Amazon Prime, there's a lot of demand for it. Season 2 is coming up, and that'll be on Tubi.
On Tubi this spring.
So it's free. Talking about all the different events that we're planning, one big promotion that we're doing this year is our celebration of our 65th year anniversary. The Volo Museum started in 1960 by my family, same owner, ever since then, since it was a dirt floor and grew up. So we're going to be doing a celebration by giving away
a new car.
Well, not new.
A new car to them if they win it. Maybe.
So, yeah.
It's 1960, which
That's
is pretty neat, a 1960 Buick. But what makes this car special is that it's also a movie car. It was driven by Jimmy Stewart and Betty Davis. And we're going to start giving it away. We'll have raffles. We'll have opportunities to win and do multiple entries to win this car. It's a pretty sweet car.
Yeah, it's a beautiful black and red 1960 Buick two-door V8 automatic. Car is absolutely gorgeous. So our military exhibit is something that's going to be new for 2025 also. We are going to close down for the winter and reopen it in spring.
We're adding new stuff. We're reviving old stuff.
Right.
We're going to make it more interactive, and we're even adding a atom bomb this year that we acquired in 2024.
We did a brief display in 2024 for Memorial.
The Davy Crockett.
Yep.
For the Davy Crockett weekend. For Memorial Day, yeah.
Yep.
It's a legit atomic bomb.
That's right, and that's been off display since, but it will be brought in here. You will be able to come here, and you'll actually be able to touch a real nuclear atom bomb. Well, we're getting new offices, and I think the sales guys got a little bit jealous of that
yeah.
Because in 2025, we're going to get rid of all of this. All these offices are going away. These have been just kind of added on over the years, added little bits and pieces as we needed them, so they're not quite fully efficient. So we're going to get rid of these, and we're going to build a whole new office system for the sales team, bookkeeping and that, which allows more space for more cars here in Showroom 1.
What makes this museum so special is that it's a breathing museum. Nothing is ever done. We can't let anything sit still, especially when we have ideas flowing all the time. And so we partnered up with Windy City Ghostbusters. It's a nonprofit organization of nerds like us that just go around and do Ghostbusters events and raise money for a children's hospital. And they partnered with us and helped us build not only this beautiful locker, it's an exact replica of what it was in the movie with all of the different EKGs and ghost traps and everything else that's fully functional. We found a Slimer online, and we even made a Bill Murray. That's a little bit creepy.
Oh, it's creepy.
But we wanted to just enhance the experience. It's a better photo op. It enhances one of our most popular cars in the entire museum. And I can assure you that other exhibits coming up are also going to get.
And the cool thing about it is when you walk past it, it's motion sensors. When you walk past, it comes to life. The lights go on, and it adds some interactivity
trying to get you
to it.
Yeah.
Come on, John, walk this way.
They're in Showroom 2, but we have something new.
So we do realize that the pathway going from 2 to 3 was a very steep incline. Unfortunately, Mother Nature designed it that way, but we figured out a way to improve that. So we are creating a new entryway to get from 2 to 3 that is much more level and easier for
baby strollers, wheelchairs,
mobility scooters, etc. But on your way to number 3, we're going to have 2 more stops for you to take on your path.
Back when I first started, we had a snowmobile exhibit that was pretty neat. We're taking this to a whole new level. So now we not only have snowmobiles in here, but we have a brand new, in 2025, a brand new snowmobile exhibit that we're gonna have.
No, we don't.
We don't.
We don't. Not a snowmobile exhibit, it's a snow machine exhibit.
What's the difference?
Because there's a lot more items in there that are beyond your typical Wisconsin trail snowmobiles.
Yeah.
There's a lot of very unique, from the first snowmobile to rocket sleds to all kinds of different stuff. The Snowcat from the
insane.
Antarctica expedition and a lot of other stuff's really neat. We're going to give you a little bit of a sneak peek, but this is still technically top secret.
No one's seen this, and I'm not saying that for the video. I'm not even allowed to look in here.
We're sneaking in there because we have been banned from even looking at it until it's finished.
This is Greg, the founder's baby.
We're sneaking in. Don't tell anyone. Before we start on this, you are going to blur our faces out of this, right?
We legit are not supposed to be in here. You're not supposed to be in here. This is Greg Grams, the founder, spent a lot of time in the Titanic Museum. He made this beautiful exhibit. He really spent a ton of time, like almost a year, to every attention to detail, really making this an immersive experience. This is his baby. He said, stay out, this is my baby. And we're just sneaking in here in the dark. I don't even think the lights work yet. But it looks awesome. I'm super excited about it.
It is looking really cool, and we've added some new stuff. You know, we've got the different snowmobiles, but to the left of me here, which we're not going to show you, you're going to have to come see it in person, is a rocket sled. He was attempting to get the world record of 247 miles an hour, which he did break the record. Technically, but unfortunately it was through the air and going sideways, so it didn't count because yes, he did crash it.
He crossed the line upside down, which I think is even cooler than breaking it the regular way.
I forget what he said, but it's like 10,000 horsepower is what it,
insane.
Because of the thrust on it. A rocket thrust equals to about 10,000 horsepower.
So the two fastest things in our entire museum are going to be in this exhibit.
That's right. And this is going to be on your pathway to number 3, but also we're going to head over to the new and improved path. Includes the walkway through our Ford versus Ferrari exhibit. Not new this year, but the pathway will be. So Jim's been coughing, so I figured this is the exhibit that he's been wanting to get to.
Oh, very funny.
I don't know why, because we've had this for years now.
Yes, this we've had. It's still one of our favorite things, but come closer. Look down here. This is from one episode of the Munsters. This was Eddie Munster's go-kart, but we took it to an event. Coincidentally, the same week that we got it, Butch Patrick was in town at our outdoor theater that right down the street. So we were able to get him to take pictures in it and sign it, and it's like the perfect piece to go right in the middle of these beautiful cars. Volo Museum is known for having some of the most iconic TV and movie cars of all times, and a lot of those are from retro. We have something that we haven't had in a long time, a movie car from a movie that's not even out yet. Bill Skarsgård, Anthony Hopkins, it's coming here. Just check it out. This is probably the sickest car we got.
Whoa. You were supposed to tell everybody to put blindfolds on before they looked at this one.
Oh my gosh, that's right.
We cannot show this car yet because we are under a confidentiality
We literally
clause
signed an NDA.
Until the movie is released.
Never mind. Hey, listen, it's exciting. It's coming out this spring. We're going to be a part of the marketing efforts. It's going to be a good one.
Also new this year is the Volo Express. This was a half-built vehicle that we acquired from the famed car builder, Jay Orberg. We got it halfway built, and we sent it to our local shop and had them finish it. They did all the custom paint. This is actually metal, but they painted it to look like wood, had it all upholstered, got the tires on there, and made it the Volo Express.
What's with the shotgun?
Cool piece. Well, you know, if you were a passenger, you would ride shotgun. Why? Because back in the day in stagecoaches, you had your driver and then the passenger would ride with a shotgun for anybody who's trying to rob you.
Interesting. That's where the term comes from.
That's where it comes, riding shotgun. And you may not recognize this car, but you're gonna have to trust us. This was used by Jason Momoa and Chris Pratt in a Monopoly Go commercial.
We just got this back. And this isn't the first Duesenberg that we've rent out to Hollywood studios. You did Babylon with Brad Pitt and The Great Gatsby with Leo.
And those cars you can recognize, but this one you couldn't recognize because they did so much CGI. The only thing that you recognize of the car is the seats. Other than that,
you won't even tell.
You can't even tell it's the same car. This truck is also new. We've been adding to our historic lane here, and this is a 1940 Ford cab over engine. The cab sits all the way forward, and the engine is between you and the passenger from the inside. But this was, you would have bought the truck with the chassis, and you'd get a custom built bed, and that bed would be used however you wanted it for. But just very Art Deco, cool, just a cool pretty vehicle.
I want to say a big organ joke, but I'm not going to. This is new. We have a lot of street orchestras in our Carousel Pavilion and World Music Hall. This is new. We didn't have space for it because, as you can see, it's gigantic. I'll show you in the back. There's a book. Each song is about 12 inches thick. It's a book that plays all of the different instruments. I'll show you. Check it out.
And I'd like to point out, this wasn't on our list. this is one of the things we forgot.
This 15-foot monstrosity is one of the things we forgot. All of the songs are here. Air blows through here to trigger different instruments. So we have this on like a skateboard ramp. So as the songs are playing, it can loop. But this entire stack here is probably 7 songs.
And this is one of Jim's favorite, our new Barbie display.
Yes. Wait, what does that mean? I think it's just because the box fits people perfectly, right?
Maybe some people.
Maybe just me.
Half giraffe.
So not only do we have the vintage Barbie truck here, but we have a lot of information about the movie and just Barbie in general, how iconic that toy has become. We did a lot of research and found a lot of fun facts, so not only can you learn a bunch of stuff, but you can look cute at the same time.
Here's a couple more things that we forget to put on the list. This is a 1945 Salisbury, but it's not just any Salisbury. It's the first one ever built. It was the prototype. And then over here,
yeah, we got the Whizzers. This is the first technical motorcycles, I guess. We have this awesome vintage display from an authorized dealer that shows all the different parts and breaks down what goes into these Whizzers. We have 5 or 6 different bikes in pristine conditions. You can really appreciate the craftsmanship and the artistry that goes into these bikes.
This is another area where we improved for the handicap accessibility. We widened our pathway and tried to get as much of a pitch down there as possible to make it as smooth as can be. Also added this year is our Rock-afire Courtyard, because it's next to the stage where the Rock-afire performs, but it's an area that we created where guests can come. We got picnic tables, shaded seating. In the summertime, we've got yard games out here. We got the playground, so it's become an area where people can come and hang out. It's right next to Munchin Junction, where there's gifts, snacks,
get a beer,
food,
get a pretzel,
beer, ice cream.
Again, we're trying to emphasize that this isn't all beer.
And beer. And some of the improvements we made were right behind you. Our boat exhibit, we sided, we added the canopies and a lot of details to it to give it that Cape Cod feel. What used to be our maintenance shed at the end there has been redone, and it's still under construction, but much more beautiful than it used to be, and that's where the snow machine exhibit is. And then we have our crime and punishment building, which the outside has been decorated up a little bit nicer, kind of looking like that sideshow spectacular, yeah, with the signs and some of the stuff you'll see inside.
The bronze bull, I believe, is also new. The
bronze bull is new also.
That was one of the medieval torture devices that'll tease you to go in and see the rest of our medieval torture devices. And everywhere else around this courtyard has just been decorated. We kept the playground so the kids can still play. And yeah, when you come around here, not only do you have fun, but it looks nice now too.
That's right. We have more stuff to show you.
Come on. Kiddieland was a very popular destination for kids before Chuck E. Cheese and all of the other things. This was an amusement park that there's a lot of memories that were created at Kiddieland.
There are a lot of people that are coming in here, adults and seniors, that remember riding this when they were a kid.
And this is from Kiddieland.
That's right. I think it was installed in 1950 originally.
And it just came out recently as it shut down. And here at the Volo Museum, our biggest thing is preserving history. And what cooler piece of local history than to preserve than this Kiddieland Ferris wheel.
That's right. We've also greatly improved the entrance to our Carousel building. We added this enormous front porch, the Ringling Brothers Calliope Ford Model A, some benches, and these grand glass doors. So when you're walking past, you can see the carousel inside.
How beautiful it is
and
inside.
How beautiful it is and all the lights. It was kind of hidden before.
Yeah.
We can come check that out.
Let me get the door for you, Brian.
Let me get the door for you, Jim.
Oh, wow.
Also new for 2025, when you turn on one of the music devices with a token, the carousel will kick in. So let's see if this is new for 2024 or coming in 2025. Look at that.
It works. That's awesome. Look at it, get some old soft shoe.
So this winter, we will be closing down Jurassic Gardens for a couple weeks to do a refresh and to bring more things in. Like this, which is going to be a ride that kids will actually be able to go on. They can sit in the saddle, they'll be able to put in a token and ride a Triceratops. Some of the other things that we're going to be doing is just a cleaning and refreshing, and also we're working with Scale World Order to bring in a live reptile display as well. So there's cool things coming to that for 2025 also. Well, we've had the Inception train for quite a while, but probably didn't recognize it because it was painted black and yellow and used for, I don't know, a commercial or something.
Yeah.
But we had our on-site artists go ahead and repaint it back to the way it looked in the movie, which was black and white, West Horizon, and very distressed. So now it looks like it should.
We're also adding a video screen to show, this is not a train, this is a semi-truck. It's a movie set, basically. So we're gonna have a video screen on here too, showing how they created it and what it looks like inside. It's pretty cool.
That's cool. And from the museum side, this is the new entrance also to the Volo station, where you'll be taking the Ice Age tours, the monster truck rides and stuff like that. We made it accessible. It's not done inside yet, but we're building a little lobby where you'll also be able to get snacks and drinks that you'll be able to enjoy while you're waiting and also take on the ride.
Yeah. This last year was gravel.
That's
and
right.
So this year, it's clean, it's spacious, it's marked.
Yep, it's paved.
So yeah, just on top of the doors and the ramps and the pitches, we're trying to do as much as we can to make this a very handicap-friendly museum.
That's right.
It's Volo Museum's 65th anniversary, but it's also the Simpsons' 35th anniversary of the very first episode, which happened to be a Christmas special. We just got this car recently, so for a temporary Christmas display, because we couldn't not take advantage of that opportunity, we set up a temporary Christmas display with an actual replica of Homer Simpson's car.
The Junkarola.
Yes, the Junkarola. But next year we'll have a full permanent display with a photo op that you can enjoy the car even more.
That's right.
And we have a shocking new addition to Volo Museum. This is a vintage, original electric chair. It's a shocker.
That's right.
You have the shocking aspect, but the special effects are awesome on this. You have the lights, you have the meter. It actually blows smoke behind it. If you can get to hang on that long, the machine starts smoking.
Yeah, you hold onto these handles and it simulates being electrocuted. And it shows you the volts up on top here. Once it blows the smoke and you go through the whole thing, it'll disperse like a fortune card.
If you survive.
If you survive, that will give you facts about
Electric chairs, yeah.
So there's about 15 different
fun facts about them.
Come out in the cards, so collect them all.
Get your fortune told and get electrocuted here at Volo Museum.
So something else that we've been working on for our 2025 year has been the development of our Rolling Hills Park, which is where we're going to be giving a lot of the tours. That's where we do our Christmas tour. That's where we did the haunted tour. We'll be giving the Ice Age tour,
double-decker bus, trackless trains,
all these tours. Where last year has been on gravel roads. We even got a trolley stuck once, but 2025, everything's been paved. About 2 miles worth of roadway for a nice drive, nice and smooth, no getting stuck. And it also acts as a private test track for our car sales division.
As we hit our 65th anniversary of this family business, and they started looking back and reflecting on what's made it successful and grow, it's the main objective since the beginning, and that is to preserve history and for future generations and just preserve the memories and the nostalgia. That is everything.
Yeah, I mean, that is our mission, is to bring stuff here for the public that you wouldn't normally see in the Midwest. To give back to the people.
World.
Oh yeah, in the world. And it's really, I mean, it's family started. My family's been in it, our entire lives, and it wasn't until recently that I kind of acknowledged what the business means to us.
Yeah.
My father told me, he's like, you know what, you need to take a bigger pay raise and take more money home, because we take a modest paycheck and that's what we live off of.
And I reinvest everything back in the museum.
Yeah, and I told him no.
Yeah.
I said I'd rather that money go back into the business to build on the place. I didn't need that extra money. Let's continue building this museum. That's what it means to us. It's a passion. It's not a passion of making money. It's a passion of bringing this to life and seeing people enjoy it.